What is the common mistake you see young lawyers make in front of a jury?
The most common mistake is frailty and fear. Fear of being judged because during these boot camps that we put on, they have to stand up. They're being videotaped in doing cross-examinations, opening statements, closing arguments. Uh, and you have to be vulnerable and willing to be out there and be judged, because you are being judged. The jury's judging me every time I stand up in a courtroom. I hope they judge me fairly, according to what I give to them and how I conduct myself. But fear is the biggest problem, and it doesn't matter if you've been practicing 2 years or 50 years. We all have fear of
Hmm.
public speaking. No matter how trained you are, there's still some fear. Entertainers have fear. You don't think Dolly Parton gets, or name your favorite comedian or singer? They get more than just butterflies before they go out on the stage. They've got fear, but they've learned to deal with it. Make fear a passenger in your car instead of be the driver. I'm the driver. Fear, I have to be aware it's here. I'm going to deal with it.
So, you launched your blog called Trialnasium, inspired by you're talking about the Greek word gymnasium. What made you want to start teaching publicly after decades in the courtroom?
I love teaching. I've been teaching on the side probably since 10 years after I started practice, when people flattered me enough to say, would you come and be part of a faculty on something? Uh, I really love it. Teachers influenced my life. There are 5 or 6 that were just phenomenal. And I hope I can have a thumbprint just a little bit on people that go into a courtroom to represent faces I'll never see, names I'll never know, in California or Washington State or Wisconsin, because I had a little bit of impact on the way they do things during a teaching process.
So I generally do a little bit of a rapid fire sessions just for fun to break things up in the middle. So I'm gonna go at that. So first case you ever lost, you remember it?
I do.
Favorite courtroom in America?
Got one. Montgomery, the old Montgomery courthouse where Frank Johnson held court. It had carriage lanterns on each side of a very ornate bench. It kind of looked like the Resolute bench for the president. And it had mosaics, and the tiles were just expensive, and deep crimson velour curtains. That's the prettiest courtroom I've ever seen.
Not something like they make anymore.
Now,
One trial lawyer, living or dead, you'd love to watch close.
Melvin Belli, dead.
So who was he?
He was a plaintiff's pirate who flew the pirate flag above his office whenever he was in trial. Because I think a lot of society sees plaintiff's lawyers as pirates. They're trying to plunder money from big
Yeah.
corporations. And he reveled in that image. I think that's a little tacky, but his skill in the courtroom was more than just that flag above his building.